Well, good morning. It's Sunday, December 8th. Oh my goodness, I'm so not ready for it to be December 8th. I got like 2 days before I have to lock this place down and shut it down until after Christmas. All right, Kevin and I are of different minds. We've discussed it, and Kevin, being larger and more manly than I, has decided that this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a start. It's going to be a cold start. And then we're going to let the bike sit for a while, and we're going to do a warm start. And he's going to do it without going anywhere near the tickler. We're going to do a tickle-free cold start and a tickle-free warm start and see if that makes a difference. Now, I, on the other hand, am of the mind that we should, I'm not ready to yank the distributor out, but I am ready to lift off the top plate and examine and maybe even remove the advance unit. I have the funniest feeling that the distributor is actually keyed to the camshaft, or gears inside, shall we say. So that's not a problem. I have the suspicion that the advance unit might even be keyed, but maybe not. My suspicion is that the advance unit is sticking open when we get the bike running, and then not going back to retard when the bike is sitting hot. That's my theory. It's as good a theory as any. It's as good as your theory, Steve's theory, Kevin's theories, Richard's theories. There are a lot of reasons for this. We're also, the problem is it takes about an hour to manifest this problem. You know, do a cold start, let the bike sit, do a warm start, or not. So it's going to be a slow process. I'm also going to try a different coil. I'll get another 6-volt coil. They've been known to cause problems when they warm up. And the advance unit is suspect. The distributor itself is suspect if there's any rotational problems. The cap is suspect. I've examined that. It doesn't appear to be defective. The rotor is suspect. I've examined that. I don't see any arcing or burning. I do see evidence that it's real close to the pickups inside the cap, so I think it's the right cap, especially since it runs so well. When it runs, I mean, it runs great. And it's a starting problem. Now, it still could be the distributor being warm and expanding. Maybe there's a wobble in the bushings that hold the distributor vertical. Maybe it's moving up and down. Maybe something's loose. Over here on the distributor, you adjust the timing by loosening this clamp and rotating the distributor. That's how you adjust the timing. So I'm hoping that if we take it out and put it back, that we won't disturb the timing, but I expect we will. At which case, we're then going to have to retime the motor. If we take this out, we're going to have to retime the motor. And does this have a no timing marks? No timing. No. We'll do the drop stick method. I mean, that's how we did the
T20.
The T20, and
so
it worked.
We've got the.
So we'll
have to research and find out what the drop is.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in the book. It usually is.
Oh, good.
So we'll find out what the drop is. We'll do it with the drop piston method. Put it to top dead center, back up, and set it to a specific distance from before top dead center. That's your starting point, called static timing. And anyway, let me show you something really nice. First of all, I got the new pistons for Fred. They are at the machinist with the barrels and the jugs, and I told him to fit those pistons to the jugs. They're 60 over. He sees no problem, and I told him there's no rush because we won't need them till after the first of the year. So they're up at the machinist, and he'll fit those pistons. I don't have the boxes here because he's got the boxes. The boxes were crumbly. I mean, they were so flimsy, they were just falling apart. They are original boxes. These pistons have been sitting on a shelf somewhere for the last 60 years, and they are just, it's wonderful. They're brand new old stock. So we're going to use those. In the meantime, just yesterday, I got in the new tappets. We can call these tappets, we can call them cam followers, you can call them anything you want. These came from, I believe, here's a card. Where is he? He came from Obsolete Bike Parts in the Netherlands. And let me zoom in on this so you can get it. This guy, supplied these about half the price of any place else because they are reconditioned and they are lovely. I mean, I don't know how, nor do I care how. They are lovely. They feel and fondle just wonderfully. I have 100% confidence in them working properly, and they're just lovely. So we're going to put those in Fred. So we have these. We have the new pistons with the barrels at the machinist. Over here, waiting for Fred, we have a brand new set of push rods. Aren't these lovely? Let me zoom out a little so you can see better. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at those. So those are brand new. And everything else here is ready to go. So Fred's parts, and parts is parts, Fred's parts are here. And now we're just working on the blue. I call it blue. It's sort of, I'm going to call it blue, but it could also be blue-gray. Anyway, this guy, I'd like to get him out of here in the next day or so with 100% confidence. Even if it starts warm once or twice, I'm not sure. You know, my confidence level, if it does start warm for us in the next couple of hours, would still only be about 80% that we've solved the problem. So I want this thing to be 100% easy to start, both cold and warm. And Fred's sitting here waiting to be put back together. The Gold bike is sitting here just waiting on decisions on what to do next. It's a runner at this point in time. So that's bringing you fully up to date in the shop here. And now we're going to do some work. We're going to do a cold start on this guy, and then we will do a warm start on this guy and see what happens. I'm going to put this in the tripod, and we're going to start her up. All right, we got a plan, and this is Kevin's plan. What are we going to do, Kevin?
Okay, I'm going to try no tickle, 5 kicks, no throttle. No tickle, 5 kicks, half throttle. No tickle, 5 kicks, full throttle. If it doesn't start, tickle and repeat. Because what I'm really thinking is, you know, we always tickle it when we try the cold start. What I'm thinking is, are we putting too much gas in it and possibly flooding it? I mean, I'm grasping at straws here. So
Hey, straws.
it doesn't cost anything. It's simple to try. So
And straws are available to be
the big grasp. That's
big
right.
grasp.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not gonna open the door.
Nah,
I'll
don't.
just take
Until
notes.
we know it starts.
Okay, so you
No throttle.
open up, no throttle, no tickle,
Mm-hmm.
and you.
Yeah, turn it on.
Let me check the lights. Yep, we got
Yeah, we got electricity.
We got ignition.
Okay, good.
I'll bet it kicks. I bet it starts on the second kick. Okay, well, that's wrong.
That's all right. It almost wanted to.
It wanted to.
Okay.
Half throttle.
We want a little more air. That reinforces my thought that we put too much gas in it. We'll see. All right, so what we're gonna do now is demo.
All right, well, we were enjoying coffee and biscotti and having a good time. And actually, the bike has been running for good, solid 15 minutes, if not more, maybe 20. We just turned it off. Now we're going to do what we did the other day, which is walk away from it, let it sit there for about 15 minutes or so, and then come out and try to do a warm start. So that's where we are.
Okay, kiddo.
All right, it's about 65, 70 degrees, and it's chilly, okay. And I've had the door open, so it's chilly in here. And it's, 10 to 9. So it's been sitting here for 10, 15 minutes, give or take, I don't know. and we're going to try to do a warm start. Now, Kevin, what's your plan on this warm start?
Okay, basically the same thing. No tickle, 5 kicks, no throttle, 5 kicks, half throttle, 5 kicks, full throttle. The cold start, it started on the second half, or the first half throttle kick.
Yeah.
First or second, I can't remember. Anyway, so we'll see.
Here we go. Okay, now, wait a minute. We need electrons.
Dude, I turned them on. Yeah, I checked.
They're on. Okay, good. You're good.
All right. Okay, no throttle.
No problem.
Okay, half throttle. I might have been right. Oh my God! Half throttle, no tickle. Now the question is, he is put a 5 kicks ahead on for a double primer or something. I don't know. No tickle, half throttle. Half throttle. Yeah, there you go. Get out of the world. Yeah. Only thing you do now, Frank, is for you to try it later again today.
Well, let's let it sit here for another 15 minutes
Yeah.
or so, and then we'll try it
Try
again.
it again.
Then we have to make a decision as to, are we done?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so warm start is half throttle and a couple of kicks and it took right off.
Yes.
No tickle.
No tickle. Both times, no tickle. So cold start, no tickle, half throttle. Warm start, no tickle, half throttle. Both times.
Both times, half throttle.
Mm-hmm.
Cold or warm, no
Mhm.
tickle.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right,
Yeah.
good.
So again, I think it has to do with that ratio. It wants a little more air, and we were just giving it too much gas. That's my working theory at this moment.
And it works for me.
Yeah, it started.
All right, so
So-
we're going to do this again and then decide, and then ask the client what he wants to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? All right. All right, so the bike has sat there since the last running. It's 9:20 now, so I guess it's been cooling for a good 20 minutes or so. This will be a warm start. Let's see if it'll do a warm start. We're going to use Kevin's method of no tickle and half throttle. Let's see what happens. Maybe that battery. No, down here. Okay. Now we have battery. Lights, okay. Ignition. Excuse me, I got a frog living in my throat lately. All right, should have gas on, at least have gas on. Okay, petcock's on. Not touching the tickle. Half throttle, warm bike. And let's see what happens. Oh, see now, did you see that kick back? Did you see that? That kicked my knee back. That tells me that the advance unit is advanced. Here it goes again. Well, I just did another warm start. I didn't video it, but I just did another warm start very successfully. Second kick and it took off. Between this and the last, I took the cap off the distributor, used some very, very fine sandpaper just to clean the internal contacts in the cap and the center cap. There's a center electrode in there. It's made out of carbon. I just touched that up just a little bit. I took the rotor out and blessed it and just cleaned up, polished up both the pickup that the carbon rod rests upon and the edge of the rotor. I looked inside. The rotor seems to be the right size for this bike. It fits right in there. I took some very lightweight oil and lubricated the face of the distributor cam, and I let some drip down the shaft of the rotor and hopefully let some oil go down underneath the plate. There's no holes in the plate so that I can definitely get oil onto the advance unit, but I put some lightweight oil down the shaft of the rotor, and I'm hoping that it will just through osmosis and centrifugal force be flung onto the mechanical advance unit. I don't want to take this distributor apart. I mean, unless this bike just says I'm not going to run at all, I don't want to take it apart. It's a perfectly functional distributor so far, and so I'm not going to mess with it. But I did get some oil down underneath the points plate and hopefully onto the advance unit and the face of the cam, and the points are clean as a whistle, and the contacts inside the rotor cap and rotor are just fine. And I'm going to continue coming out here about every hour or so and cold/warm starting this bike for the rest of the day, and then I'll make a decision as to what the client wants to do. I have to shut this place down by Wednesday. Today's Sunday, so I got Monday, Tuesday, and possibly some time on Wednesday. But basically, if this guy doesn't leave here this week, it'll be here till January when I get back from the trip. Same thing with the Gold bike. If they don't leave in the next couple of days, if it doesn't leave in the next couple of days, it will be here until I get back in January. So that's where we are. I'm going to go post this, and maybe later on I'll give you an update on the cold/warm start progress on this bike. But for right now, I'm going to call it off, post this video, and get on with writing my Christmas letter, of which I am late. So I need to write that and get it printed and into the mail. That's where we are.